Hi there, welcome to our weekly podcast. Today we are going to discuss about Father's words and how it has been tainted over a period of time when the Han mother took took the reins of the family federation. So when we think of the father's words and what father really brought to the world, it was something a revolution, a revolution in a thought. So when we think of it, over a period of time, when the Han mother took the reins of the family federation, everything was changed, isn't it, Peter? So what do you think that is the future of our movement itself? Of what is going on.
Well, the future we need to. There is no future unless we get back to the origin. The future's since True Father ascended, as you said, Hak Jah Han took the reins, which is not meant to. It was meant to be given to Yunjanim, Father's heir and successor, and he changed Father's words, his teaching, and the movement's gone haywire. So there's no future. It's going to get worse and worse until we get back to where the origin of True Father. True Father is the real Messiah, not Hak Jah Han.
Yeah, since the passing away of our father's ascension, she immediately was able to change the books. I mean, how did she do that? And the funny thing that what's his Young Wei Kim was a chairman of the translation committee, if you remember, and that Young Wei Kim is not no more, and we don't see him in the limelight now. So what's gone wrong, and she totally is the whole Cheon Seong Gyeong book was it was there was nothing wrong about it, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, nothing wrong with it. I mean, True Father left us the 8 great textbooks, and the Cheon Seong Gyeong was part of that. And
Yeah.
he said about the Cheon Seong Gyeong, you don't change anything, don't change even a comma. And he said that the 8 great textbooks, and he gave them to Yunjim and Yanim as the custodians of his words, and they should be studied for tens of thousands of years. But now, soon after Father ascended, Hak Jah Han came up with a new Cheon Seong Gyeong book that she made, and that was less than a year after. And
And you remember how they changed that word, that word. They said that he said that I can change. They said they put anybody can change it. Yeah,
yeah,
you remember the
I do remember that. And that's right. There was a video they made to justify making a new Cheon Seong Gyeong book,
yeah.
and that's been circulated. We'll give you the details of this in the description.
Yeah,
Well,
in the description. Yeah,
but it shows very clearly that Young Wei Kim made a big mistake. He allowed himself to be the chairman of that committee to make the new Cheon Seong Gyeong book, which consists of changing Father's words. But that book should never have been made. And Hak Jah Han made that. It's like when Father started his mission, he needed firstly to discover divine principle. And then based on that, his 9-year study, he could begin his mission. Now Hak Jah Han, she had a plan to start her mission. But she didn't discover any words. What she did was just changed Father's words and made this new Cheon Seong Gyeong book, which consisted of changed Father's words or removed Father's words that don't support her new theology about herself.
and she obfuscated that she kind of I mean in a book you can't exactly find from where it came from. You have to refer another book.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's right. If you look at the original Cheon Seong Gyeong book, you can find every paragraph is quotes, and it always tells you where the original source from, the father's speech. But in her book, what they've done is got a mishmash of father's words all over the place, and then it says somewhere in there, it says where father said that at some point, so it's impossible to trace them. Anyways, the video that explains that, you should watch that. But basically in that new Cheon Seong Gyeong book, she made it for the purpose to remove father's words that would not support a new theology about herself as the only begotten daughter born without original sin, born for that mission. That is a key thing in a new theology, the only begotten daughter theology. So she needed to remove, for example, page 1179, where it says that Sungjin's mother, which is Cheon Seong Gyeong, was meant to be true mother, and she would have been true mother, only because she failed her mission. She lost faith, but she was originally meant to be true mother. It says there, but she removed that because it doesn't support her theory that she was born to be true mother. Hak Jah Han was born to be true mother. It was not true. So she removed sections that didn't support a new only begotten daughter theology. She removed page 1141, where it says that man is the subject, true father is the subject. Didn't like that, so it's gone. But then she added, added parts. For example, in her new book, in page 1182, you know what it says? That the woman's love organ is a subject partner of all subject partners, for it controls the life of man. Where does that come from? That's not in the original Cheon Seong Gyeong book. They added that. Does it make any sense? Is a woman's sex organ the subject partner of all subject partners? I thought God was subject partner of all subject partners. It doesn't make any sense. And when he said it controls the life of man, well, that's true in the fallen world for many fallen people. That's such a thing as Satan would say something like that. But Father never said that. They added that. So actually they've taken away from Father's words, and they've added to it. So why would they add that to it? It's very clearly they added it because Father always said that the seed comes from the man. And of course, he was the subject partner. The Father's mission was to establish God's lineage on the earth. So therefore, he was born without original sin. He had to find a wife in the fallen world to restore her by the blessing and so on. But her plan is to reverse that, to say that she was born without original sin, which is totally nonsensical. So by saying that, it seems to be an attempt of making the woman
but I have a problem. I just wonder whether she has the intellectual capacity to say such things, or whether it's the archangelic leaders that are behind these words. Because I don't think that she has the kind of intellectual, understanding of the principle of God's will. It's just the archangelic leaders who have been able to put her through this.
Yeah, it was hard to know. I would say a bit of both, really. She has that desire to make herself the subject and make a kind of a career for herself, and the archangel leaders, they're providing her the advice and theology to do that. Yeah, I'd say a bit of both. But to say that, getting back to that quote, is so nonsensical. I can't believe it. The woman's sex organ is the subject partner of all subject partners. Would Father ever say that?
No.
It doesn't even make sense. And it's pretty sad you find that in a book like this. So the Cheon Seong Gyeong books that Hak Jah Han made should never have existed. And most members are unaware of it. that book actually was made as a scriptural basis to support Hak Jah Han's mission as the only begotten daughter.
Yeah, but the question is, I mean, like, the custodians of the book were Hunjanim and Yananim. Father publicly presented those books to them. I mean, how come that she can, after father's ascension, that she can take those books and try to alter them? That's never heard of. Such a parent doing such a thing, like in the fallen world, the fallen parents. They don't do things like once they give something to their children, they don't take them back. I mean, what type of a parent is this to take them back and try to change them and say that I'm the owner of these books now?
Well, you're right actually, because she kicked Yunjanim out, and then she felt, well, she needs to consolidate her own position.
Yeah.
And she needed a scriptural basis for that, and that's why she needed to remove parts that would not support that. But they were dishonest about it. That's the thing. They didn't say. I remember when it happened, we were suddenly presented with this new original Cheon Seong Gyeong book, which you had to pay for. It was not cheap, but that was no problem. We thought it was God's words. But then actually, they said nothing about any changes. They just said it's made. When people asked, they just said it was just there to smooth the English.
And also to stop repetitions.
Yeah, to remove repetitions. Yeah. They said nothing about any content being changed. But when you say remove repetitions, that doesn't even make sense, because Father, how many times did Father repeat things? Repetition was a method he always used. So it was totally dishonest. Members are not told that the content was changed at all, and they lied. And most members today are unaware of that. They have no idea that book was made just to support a new teaching that contradicts True Father's teaching and support another person who claimed to be a Messiah, who is denigrating the real Messiah as True Father.
Yeah, that's a big issue. I mean, like it was done so fast, because after Father's ascension, for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, we get a new Cheon Seong Gyeong book.
Oh yeah, I mean, Father, yeah, exactly. Well, Father ascended in September 2012.
Yeah.
She came up with his book in June 2013. That's less than a year. Does that mean she was working that book probably when Father's still alive, behind his back?
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, how can you get it done so quickly? So there was a plan, really, to actually hijack the movement. The real heir, Yunjanin, was declared by Father with Hak Jah Han by his side when she was true mother. Then, very soon after, she got rid of him, fired him from all positions, and then took the reins herself.
And hijacked the books as well.
Yeah, so, a new movement, a new religion. It's okay, you make another religion if you want, but then, well, it's not okay, but if you choose to make another religion, well, you make your own words. You don't use Father's words.
Plagiarize them.
Yeah, you can't use Father's words like that. If you want to make another religion, go ahead. But make Hak Jah Han's words only. And make your own book. And get your own building too. Get out of Father's buildings. That's what they should do. But they're thieves. They're thieves. And liars, basically. That's the truth.
I mean, she prolonged the providence, prolonged the building of a Changyuk nation. I mean, how come she doesn't have a seed to carry on the mission? I mean, what will happen if when she ascends to the spiritual realm? Who will take care? Who will be the heir and successor? Is it being a board of directors, or what is going? Is it the women folk that are following her?
Well, Hak Jah Han said contradictory things. At one point, she said it'd be declared by this council that it had.
Council, okay.
But then she said another time it should be from the elder son, and then if he's passed away, it should be from the elder son. That means Yeonjinim's son. But she said contradictory things. It's hard to know what she believes. I don't think she knows what she's talking about anyway. But
because there is no, I can't see any male children or who has the seed or has any male true children like Kwon Jinim. We cannot say Kwon Jinim anywhere. Kwon Jinim spoke about mother many of her, but recent times we don't see anywhere Kwon Jinim even saying something about it. So we don't know what's going on actually in the.
Well, that's the thing, Dave. When Father spoke about lineage, it's not the same meaning as everyday speech about lineage.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean just a physical descendants. Of course, all the children born from Hak Jah Han and Father's physical lineage, but Father's not talking about that. He's talking about. He said many occasions his lineage would begin with a person he anointed, because of course physical descendants, of course they'll have to physically descend from all their ancestors, so they'll have a lot of attacks by Satan, so a fallen nature to overcome, and that's their mission, and a very difficult mission at that. And but Father said he would nominate one person, declare one person to be his heir and successor, and that the lineage will continue from there. So in a way, it's inevitable that many people will fall away from his family. It's a very hard mission to do.
Yeah, because when we joined the church, we thought the Hyojinim, the eldest son, would be the heir and successor, but he did not anoint him at that time.
Yeah, I don't feel in any way I want to judge Hyojin. I've never been in his shoes, but I know he repented before he died, and he was blessed again. And I believe he's with Father in the spiritual world. But the thing is, Father's mission is to have a lineage established on the earth. And it's different than just a physical descendant.
Yeah.
See? So that's why he said many occasions, many speeches, that he would declare someone. He didn't always say who it was, but eventually he did. In June 2009, and that was Yeonjin. And he always related to Yeonjin as his heir and successor from then on. He declared it in 2010 and had many ceremonies.
3 ceremonies had, and also the Han Mother.
And he crowned him at 3 different ceremonies, exactly.
He crowned him, but the Han Mother also was there. She also was a part of it. She also was supporting Father of crowning Hyunjin as the heir and successor.
Exactly. So that's the real meaning of the lineage. It's someone, it has to be God's lineage on the earth, someone who can inherit Father's mission. Father said there'll always be a person representing true Father on the earth. There's Yeonjin. After Yeonjin, maybe another person, his son, and after him another person.
Sanjin, now after Yeonjin's son.
Yeah.
Father anointed Sanjin as well.
Exactly.
Said the 3 kingships.
And so Hak Jah Han has made light of Father's mission. He invaded it basically by kicking Yeonjin out. That's totally unacceptable. She even tried to destroy him with a court case. She failed because the judge realized it was a vendetta of mother against her son. She dismissed the case. The judge dismissed the case. You look it up. Because it was really nonsensical. Even though millions of dollars were wasted from public money. But Hak Jah Han is working against Father's foundation. And the most important of that foundation is God's lineage he established on the earth, and that was Yeonjin. So she totally tried to destroy him. Now the topic today is changing Father's words, but that's totally unacceptable. You cannot change Father's words. You can't change any person's words. If a person wrote a book, if another person steals that, he uses all his ideas, he adds his own ideas and puts his name on it, that's plagiarism, that's theft, that's not accepted.
But the family federation says that because mother and father are one, so the mother has the authority to change the father's words. That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous because
Because
Father didn't say his words were true parents' words. He said they're my words. He said no one can touch my words. You see? But what they've done in the new Cheon Seong Gyeong book, they called it true parents' words. What's true parents' words? There's no such thing as true parents' words. There's true father's words. Two people can't write a book together. Father wrote that book. There's no such thing as true parents' words. And Hak Jah Han contradicted Father. She lied about Father. And she's using Father's words to try to claim that for herself. And then push Father out of the picture. Try to push Father out altogether. There's only the only begotten daughter left. But she did not contribute to anything. She didn't wrote no words. True fathers want to discover the divine principle over 9 years. And all the speeches are written by a true father. She had no right to touch even a comma of those words. The Christians, they believe the Bible for thousands of years because they honor it. You can read in the last words of the Bible, Revelations 22, 18 and 19. It said, do not add or take away anything from this book.
I think it's a book of Revelations only, not the other books as well, is it? Only the Bible consists of 16.
How do you know that? It's written in the book of Revelation. Well, do you want to change Jesus' words? Is it okay?
No, it doesn't.
Do you want to change the gospel?
No,
You can't change it. It applies to the Bible. And the Christians applied that to the whole Bible. And they honored those words. And so if anyone adds or take away from the words of this book,
and blot is the name in the book of life.
Exactly. The plagues described in this book will be added to you. And they honored that. They respected that word for thousands of years. And that's the reason why we have the Bible today. Thankfully for those Christians who believe those words and honor those words. Now, Father's words are much more recent, but they didn't honor Father's words at all. And after a short time less than a year after he died, they start changing his words. That's totally unacceptable. But thankfully, Hyunjin recognized that and he spoke out. If he didn't, we wouldn't even know about it. But he pointed us out. We discovered he'd been changing Father's words, which is a very serious crime, basically.
Is it only the Cheon Seong Gyeong that she changed? Is it other books as well, other great textbooks? Did he change anything other verse scriptures or any other books that were changed? It was only the Cheon Seong Gyeong that he changed.
It's hard to know. It's hard to know, but that's why it's important. Hyunjin started the sanctuary church for the purpose to protect and preserve true Father's words and traditions. And so wherever you find sanctuary church, you can rely upon his Father's words. Anything else in the family federation?
Yeah, it's a new religion altogether. It's calling the only begotten daughter. I mean, this is. I mean, I think they may even make a Bible, like even change the word of John 3:16 and say that in the of that God so loved the world that He sent His only begotten daughter or son.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't surprise me actually. But they're very, very naive, you know. I think they probably thought, well, the Father's words are so many, we can just add a word here, take out, no one notice. But they're very naive and stupid, actually, because if you get the PDF version of the Cheon Seong Gyeong, you can just do a word search. Type in a word or type in a phrase and see what it is in the book. And if it's not there, it will show it's not there. And that's how I found out that quote in the new Cheon Seong Gyeong book, page 82. I've already smelt a rat. That's not Father's words. So I typed it in the new Cheon Seong Gyeong book and it's not there. Because Father never says such nonsense like that.
Also, made a video of it showing that how the committee altered Father's words, saying that no, like he said that if there are any mistakes, then I will. They said anyone can do it.
Yes, that's right. We share that video. We'll put it under the description.
Yeah,
If not, we'll put it in the comments section
yeah,
so you find it. But yeah, that's it. So in the new Cheon Seong Gyeong book, I recommend don't trust it. It's not Father's words. Basically, belongs in the bin.
yeah. They wasted so
Belongs in
much
rubbish.
money.
Just chuck it out because it's not Father's words. It is an insult to true Father. Father spent his whole life pouring out his heart, his blood, sweat, and tears to give us his words, and then they make a fake book like that for a selfish purpose. It doesn't deserve your attention at all.
Yeah. Okay, then we wind up. Thank you very much for listening, and we wish you a happy week, and God bless you all.